Hello, everybody. Welcome to another F1 Gamer Dad official iRacing race broadcast. Welcome to Season 2 2025. It's week one. We're at Sebring. We're about to head off to Sebring for the weekend for the Sebring 12-hour special event on iRacing. We're going to feature an IMSA Fixed session today. If I can get my words out, we will take you to the track very shortly and we will have a look at track conditions. Okay, and it's very shiny. I think the track is wet. The track is still a little bit wet. There's not rain on the radar as far as I can see. It is partly cloudy, 90% humidity. Air temperature is 20 degrees. Track temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. That will ramp up a little bit during the race, but if it's wet, potentially not too much, so could be a tricky one for the drivers out there. The wind is decent, 31 kilometers an hour is no small breeze. Sebring, glorious track, very bumpy, very tricky. 5.79 kilometers of Florida goodness out there today. We have the guys and girls qualifying at the moment, so we will see them come through. We've got a number of runners still on track setting times. This is a multi-class race, so we do have GTPs, GT3s, and LMP2s, so two prototype classes, one GT class. We can see a fantastic livery on that McLaren going through now, Mike Roadman. And we've got some big hitters in this session as well. Markus Soholm, the GTP driver. We've got Dan Suzuki in our session today. We've got basic Ollie in here as well. So it's going to get tasty. It's going to get very tasty. Week one, probably the first race that a lot of these races are doing for week one and for season 2 2025 as well. So we'll let them get qualifying out of the way and try and shoot their way up as high as they can on the grid. And we'll see you on the grid very shortly. Okay, we have our grid coming through. Some very interesting results, including no time set by Markus Soholm, our highest rated driver in the session at 7,055 iRating. So maybe a tactic, maybe wanting to do a last to first challenge. We shall see. So Benjamin Gilchrist from the United Kingdom takes out pole position with a 157.009. Clearly, it is wet out there, so the driver's taking a load of caution on their qualifying laps. Antonio Nurkis is P2. Bartosz Chocianowski is third. Oliver Fennell, basic Ollie, taking out fourth. Cone Van Wart, fifth. Melchior Perello, sixth. Karim Toledano, P7. Benjamin Schmidt, P8. Alessandro Sidi, ninth. Dan Suzuki, P10. And Markus Soholm, as we went through, in 11th. All right, flowing through to our LMP2s. Florian Gorda is P1. Dennis T. Vika is second. We've got Vladislav Mikalenko in third. Tilman Grusa in fourth. Francisco Barraguete in fifth. Antoine Montigny in sixth. Javi Quevedo in seventh. Apologies if I get any of these pronunciations horrifically wrong, guys. Corbinian Jetzelsberger is P1 and pole position for our GT3 class. Ethan Hunt shares the front row with Jetzelsberger. Calvin Lidikas is P3. Patrick Tasiak is P4. Alex Pilbeam, 5th position. Manuel Stalder is 6th. Roke Kopsa is 7th. Junho Bay, 8th. Tobias Stoll, P9. Isaac Marino, P10. Mario Luns is P11. Mike Roadman, P12. Alexei Selovalnikov is 13th. Adam Eatwell, he sure does, in P14. Hal Agostinho in P15. And Felix M. Kotik is 16th and finishes off our GT3 grid. And we are just about ready to go. So the Porsche 911 pace car leads us away. We will do a very cautious pace lap here. And why don't we take this opportunity? under the pace car to run through and just have a look at some of these fantastic liveries on display today. We've got Benjamin Gilchrist, nice lime green, nice fluoro green. The standard liveries for Nurkis and Chochinowski. Basic Ollie in his traditional yellow, grey and white, and black, rather. We've got the BMW of Karim Toledano, nice black and purple livery. A rainbow cat for Melchior Perello. Try and get a bit of a different view. Might be a bit challenging, actually. We've got Alessandro City in a nice white and red livery. Big fan of this one, actually. Big fan of this one. Very nice indeed. Black, white and orange for Benjamin Schmidt. And then Markus Soholm in his team colours for Apex Racing. Stormforce sponsorship on this caddy as well. We see him a lot in the BMW, today in the caddy. And Dan Suzuki in his GSI liveried Cadillac also. Everyone doing their standard weaving. Florian Gorda will lead off our LMP2s. Dennis Vika, a very neat livery there. Standard stuff for Mikolenko. Nice yellow and blue livery. Potentially national colours there if looks like the Ukrainian flag. Very nice stuff there, Vladislav. Got a very cool fluoro green livery for Montigny. Very nice stuff. And a chrome look for Barriette. And then we've got our GT3 field coming through. We've got great representation in our GT3 field as well. Porsches, Lamborghinis, McLarens, Chevs, Acuras. Good stuff. All right. Coming on to the back straight now for our pole sitter, Benjamin Gilchrist in the caddy, doing his absolute utmost to get some heat into those tyres. We can see the trail of spray as they come through. It's going to be very hard for a lot of these drivers to see, because as you come into sunset, you are actually seeing sunset as well. So we can see on the visors of a lot of the helmets here, you can see the sun bouncing straight into these cockpits, which will make sunset very challenging as we go throughout the race. All right, the pace car is off. We are ready to get underway as we come around the final corner. The pace car is away. When does Benjamin Gilchrist go? He hasn't gone yet. He's being very cautious because grip is going to be hard to come by on that final corner. He's waiting until the checkered flag. He's gone now, and I would say he's actually caught everyone unawares there. That is a fantastic start for Gilchrist. We'll watch deep in the pack, make sure everyone gets through nice and clean. It's a good, decent start for our GTPs. And we've got a move here for Alessandro City, sneaks past Toledano. Ooh, we have some touching there. There was a 963 potentially having a bit of a nibble. Oh, look at these cars wiggle as they come through. There is not much grip at all for these GTPs. We've got the LMP2s in the background, and you can see how quickly they are getting up to speed. Basic Ollie's gone off. Oh, he's had to take to the escape road. There's two of them that have had to take to the escape road. They rejoin just in front of our race-leading LMP2. Let's have a look at this. This is the view from Florian Gorda with Basic Ollie just ahead, and Ollie's gone off. Oh, no. It's treacherous out there. It's absolutely treacherous. Let's see the rejoin as he comes on. He's comfortably ahead of the next car. There's a 499P just behind him. And there you can see right in the background there, plenty of space ahead of the GT3 field. Not the ideal start for basic Ollie in the GTPs. Karim Toledano is under attack now from Markus Soholm. You would imagine it will only be a matter of time for Karim here, but he's fighting on very nicely. There is a difference of 4,800 iRating between them. So you'd have to imagine the thoughts going through Toledano's head right now. You've got Soholm, a very prominent esports driver behind you. How do you play this? Going into T1. He's doing exceptionally well, it's got to be said. Oh, a bit of blinking there too. That's not going to help Soholm or Toledano's cause. And he goes quite wide. Soholm sticks tight to the inside there and comfortably gets the position over Toledano. Dan Suzuki is looking to join this battle as well. So Dan now in behind Karim Toledano. Dan, a very handy iRacer as well in his own right. And we've got a few issues that we might just go back to here. We've got in the GT3 field. Oh, this is Adam Eatwell. Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, yep. Okay, just losing traction, which is so easy to do in these greasy conditions. Adam has jumped to the pits as well. Subsequently, this is Mike Roadman in the McLaren coming through the chicanes in the early section of the track. Oh, just carrying too much mid-corner speed. Does he get collected by the Porsche? No, safely through. Oh, very lucky there for Mike Roadman. Just see if we can see. We'll jump back to live pictures and we'll keep bringing you incidents as they happen. Quick note to stay until the end after the checkered flag as well, because we do... Oh, in the background, who was that? Whoa, that was a big moment. Oh, Alessandro Sidi. Wow. That was an enormous slip on. I think he may have just touched the painted curves there. That was quite the moment. Now he's looking to immediately hit back at Toledano. He's lost a couple of positions, but he's still up one position on his starting place of P9 as well. So he's looking to come up the inside of Toledano at sunset onto the front stretch now. He's got the outside line. Ooh, flicks back to the inside. Can he make it stick? The 3 wide now, the LMP2, no! Oh, well, City got through. Oh, no, oh, Toledano. Oh, goodness. It's very hard to have that spatial awareness there when you've just been smashed essentially. So Gorda was on the outside there, had very little to do with that battle. Oh, and he's coming back at Toledano now, not leaving much room, maybe a bit upset that he was involved in that incident. Toledano now having to pick up the pieces. Oh boy, that was just, not the best incident to be involved in there. Let's go to blimp view and just check this one out. So Gorda's just minding their own business. It's City that comes up the inside, and Toledano probably doesn't know that Gorda is there either. We'll leave it to the sim racing stewards for that one. That is, in my opinion, that's just 3 cars trying to maximize their own line, not necessarily realizing that others were there and others were coming through. I think we've just got to say that that is extremely unlucky there. Jumping into our GT3 class, Corbinian Jetzelsberger is 3 seconds up the road in the lead in this one, in a really fantastic livery. It looks like shades of Manti Racing, but in a blue first form. That is really cool. Yep, I can see Manti on the back there. Very cool livery. Very cool Jetzelsberger. So he is 3.1 seconds up the road, looking and standing to gain around 105 iRating if Corbinian can keep this position. He has the unenviable task of keeping... Oh, I'll just flick to the correct car. Alex Pilbeam. Again, fantastic livery. Love this. Love this sort of stuff with contrasting colours on these GT3 cars. Really, really cool. Alex Pilbeam, 4.7k I rating. He's already up 3 positions from where he started. 3.4 seconds now the lead. Hopefully we can bring these guys in a little bit closer to each other and get some good fights as we come through the race. P3 in the GT3 class is Calvin Ledeckers. Oh, a bit of a wiggle on the exit of Sunset. He's being chased very hard now by Patrick Tasiak in the 75th anniversary Porsche colours in the GT3 R992. Tasiak 2.9k I rating, stands to gain around 51 I rating, so a good haul if he can manage to keep it in P4, but he looks racy. Oh, looking very eager to put the pressure on Ledeckers up there, and we've definitely got a good battle in behind here. Another Porsche with a Lamborghini for close company. This is Manuel Stolder with Ethan Hunt in close pursuit. Stolder up 1 place. Hunt, unfortunately, down from his P2 starting position. Lamborghini, I can only imagine. Oh, we've got Rock Copsa very, very wide going into the hairpin there. I was just about to say, I can only imagine the Lamborghini being an absolute handful in these conditions. I am not brave enough myself to attempt it. So, Ethan, you are much braver than me, my friend. Very well done to you for keeping this menacing car on track. I mean, it has to be said, a lot of people make the comment about the Porsche GT3 as well, but I find it's a lot more tame for me than most other GT3s around most circuits. Oh, is this? No. Ooh, Tasiak looking for the move. Feel like Calvin maybe a bit of a sitting duck here. Oh, he goes very wide. Oh, there's enough room. Tasiak has made it too wide, goes up the inside, takes the position. Let's see if Calvin Ledeckers is able to fight it going into Sunset. Let's check the differing lines. No, the McLaren's lost. Oh, what a save. Oh, fantastic save from Ledeckers. That McLaren looks absolutely ballistic on the rear tyres, just slipping all over the place. He's done extremely well. I'm just going to jump too, because I've just seen in the timing tower. That's not what I thought I was going to see in the timing tower. That was unexpected. That was very unexpected. I saw Markus Soholm absolutely lighting up the timing towers. He's just done a 157.62, and yeah, this it was a move. It was a move about to happen, and he just maybe forgot to brake. Maybe just didn't quite slow the car down as much as he thought he may need to, and that position has gone back to Chochinowski in the 499P. Soholm looks extremely racy though, so surely only a matter of time before this position is disputed. Let's have a look from the gearbox. I mean, it doesn't give us the best view, does it, really, in the rain? But this is from Chochinowski looking back at Soholm in hot pursuit of his podium place. And Bartosz is doing a tremendous job to keep him at bay at the moment. That's brilliant stuff. So it's about 0.7 of a second at the moment. I am assuming that Soholm is just cooling off the tyres a little bit before he makes his next attack. We've just had all hell break loose, it looks like, in other areas of the track. This is Florian Gorda in the LMP2. What has happened here? Just coming into the hairpin. Oh, just outbrakes himself. Thought he needed to check up and avoid the car in front. Oh, how's the rejoin? No! Oh. Oh, Florian, that looked that looked like something else was going to happen there. This is Mario Lons just avoiding Florian Gorda. So let's go on board with Lons, sees the LMP2 go off and just is not able to turn the car, and no, whereas there's Gorda. Gorda's gone by. That looked quite tasty. Okay, what else have we got here? We've got Ethan Hunt having a bit of a moment in the Lamborghini after I've just given him so much praise. It's just a slight off track. That's okay. We've got Melchior Pirello in the 499P with the Rainbow Cat on the livery. Oof. It just seems so tough for these guys and girls out here. Mario Lons again at the hairpin. Oh, he's currently sitting P14 in the GT3 class. That is such a cool livery. Almost like Moana Islander style tattoo livery. That is very, very cool. Big fan of that. We've got again later on in the lap. Unfortunately, Mario, it's you again. It's at the same corner, actually. It was just a couple of incident points counting for the same one. All right, let's take stock at this point in the race. So we've got Antonio Nurkis in the lead. So Antonio started the race. Oh, and he's coming up on some GT3s here. This could get quite tasty. Oh, around the outside through the S's. Lovely stuff. This takes patience and, as you can see, a lot of skill. That is not the racing line, so there will actually be quite a fair bit of grip on the inside there, and now he just has to jink in between each of the GT3s to make his way through. We've got Benjamin Gilchrist looking to do the same thing and looking to hopefully make up time on the race leader as they make their way through the traffic as well. Gilchrist smartly goes to the inside. The GTP's obviously having a lot more downforce than GT3, so it is possible to come through like that. Markus Soholm, meanwhile, has made that move on Chochinowski. Oh, and it's Chochinowski's gone into the pits. That's an interesting one. Pitting to avoid the overtake and potentially create a bit of an undercut here. That's obviously can't really see from this angle. We'll jump out of replay mode in one sec. We'll just have a look at these GTPs navigating the traffic. It's almost an art form for these guys at this point when they're... Oh, the skill level's this high. Oh, the GT3's in the background. It is getting tasty. Yeah, almost an art form for these guys to just maneuver and just ballerina their way through this traffic. It's really quite stunning to watch. See Marcus come through with GT3s as well, flicking the back end of that Cadillac GTP around to bend it at his will and force it to turn when it just wants to go straight on in these puddles. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, it's very hard to tell the grip level from the broadcast booth. We can't necessarily see how much water there is on track or how much it is raining or not raining. Oh, GT3 goes wide, comes back on, all good. Tobias Stoll has had a moment. Tobias in the GTP. No, sorry, the Porsche GT3 in the... Oh, he's gone around the outside of Lons. Oh, and then gets flicked in the back by car 34. Oh, Junho Bei just... I don't think there was anything malicious in that. They just had nowhere to go. Everyone stacked up 2x2. And unfortunately, Stoll was in the firing line there, unfortunately. So Soholm now takes up our third position on the podium. Benjamin Gilchrist now, he's quite close. So I mentioned it a minute or two ago. Cycling through the traffic has absolutely helped Gilchrist just get right back on terms with Nurkis. And you can see he's 1 second back. 1.1 seconds back from him is Soholm, who is up 8 places from where he started. which was P11, the last of the GTPs. That gap now, just 0.4 of a second. Let's go on board. It's easy to do because the caddies sound so good. Oh, Gilchrist has disappeared for a moment. Let's go on board with Markus Soholm so we can see, firstly, what he... Oh, Gilchrist goes wide at tower. Ooh, that wouldn't have been ideal. So I'll quiet down for a moment for a sequence of corners up until the front stretch. And let's just have a listen to these Cadillac GTPs. Oh, he's gone for the move. No, we can't do that just yet. The move is happening, and it's onto the back stretch. Bit of hip and shoulder. He's made it. He's made it. Oh, and Gilchrist is just tucked in. Wow. Talk about getting a sniff and taking it. That was about as small a window of opportunity as you will see. And Soholm, I guess that's what makes the esports drivers just that level or two higher than your everyday racers. They see the tiniest window. Oh, look at that sun there, reflections. They see the tiniest window and you don't have to ask them twice. They will absolutely snap your hand off to take it, and they'll make the move stick because it's what they do. It's what they've trained for hours and hours to do. Oh, sliding around now. You can see the sights firmly set on the race lead for Markus Soholm. He's up 9 places to be P2 and is now only 1.1 seconds off the lead. Gilchrist, oh, that was tantalizingly close for the Brit. I feel he would have had his heart in his mouth for a moment there, coming into the hairpin. He must have locked up the fronts because that car was going straight on, and I'm sure he thought he was going to barrel into the gearbox of the Cadillac of Soholm in front. Managed to narrowly avoid, though. Everything is all good. So again, let's cycle through the grid here a little bit more. In the 963 with the McLaren livery is Benjamin B. Schmidt. He is 3.5 seconds back on Benjamin Gilchrist. He is 4 places up from the P8 that he started in. We can see on the timing tower now, Soholm is under 1 second. It's just creeped above, but he's around that second mark, so expect that as Schmidt goes onto the curb. Okay, let's look back a little further. Alessandro Sitti recovering from that spin he had earlier, also in the Cadillac GTP. He's up 4 places still from where he started as well, and he's 10 seconds back from Benjamin Schmidt. Coming onto the back stretch, we also have basic Ollie. Ollie is P6, down 2 places from where he started. And because of his lofty I rating, he stands to lose around 35 if he remains where he is at the moment. Oh, and that's about to change suddenly because he will be promoted to P5 as Alessandro Sitti has gone to the pits. Oh, Chocinovsky's still in there as well. Sitti coming in, is this just... I don't see any damage, so you would imagine this is just a scheduled pit stop. Yep, comes out nicely. Very good. So Dan Suzuki moving up a position as well. So following through in the GTP order, we've got Melchior Pirello holding down P6 now, just in behind basic Ollie to the tune of about 10 seconds or so. So Ollie's around 16 seconds back from Benjamin Schmidt. So his objective now will be to stay ahead of Sitti after the pit stop cycle through. We're 20 minutes into the session now out of 35. So just under 14 minutes to go. So we are very much closer to finding out the true pecking order here. And as we come back, oh, it's on for young and old here. This is Dan Suzuki, who has just gotten past Karim Toledano. Oh, Porsche GT3 just gets shuffled wide and wants to fight this going into the second hairpin. No. Wow, GT3 battle here between, and these are the leaders too. This is Jetzelsberger and Pilbeam. This is an absolutely epic fight for P1. Brilliant stuff. 0.3 of a second separating them. That is it. I do want to round out the GTP grid, but we won't be doing that just yet. So Alessandro City actually just in behind Toledano. City is there about 20 seconds back from Toledano. Oh, Jetzelsberger very, very sideways. He had it all crossed up with full opposite lock on there, pointing to the left when his car definitely wants to go to the right. He was able to gather it up. Oh my gosh, we almost had a huge crash. That would have been monumental. Alessandro City getting past Jetzelsberger. Jetzelsberger is the race leader. He pulled out to avoid Pilbeam and to break a bit of the toe. But then City came through out of nowhere. Jetzelsberger probably wouldn't have even seen him. Oh, that could have been absolutely crazy. Could have definitely taken out the race leader and City sitting in P9 in the GTP class. Whew. Pilbeam having a bit of a bite, a bit of a nibble, but nothing doing, maintaining that gap to Jetzelsberger. We've got someone who's just jumped to the pits. That's Antoine Mortigny. And Toledano has actually had an issue now again. Pilbeam, dummying and weaving all over the place. Dummies the outside, goes to the inside, then tucks in at the hairpin. Where's the grip? Oh, this is such an awesome battle. Wow. We'll go chopper cam just so we can follow this. Pilbeam goes to the outside for the next right-hander. Where is the grip, though? That's the thing. They both choose to use the curb, which I find very brave. Oh, there's a nibble. There's a touch from Pilbeam. Jetzelsberger's still got it going in the right direction. You can see the rain lights on the back of the cars, just again indicating that this is just so treacherous, so tough for these guys to manage. Our race leader is in pit lane, as is the rest of our top four now. Basic Ollie jumps to the lead momentarily. Oh, Jetzelsberger sideways, Pilbeam sideways. My goodness. They spend about half of the S's there sideways until they can get on throttle. This is amazing stuff. The skill level on display here is just beyond me. It's absolutely epic. Pilbeam now looking to pick up the toe, going down the straight. Can he? He goes to the outside. Dummy's there, goes to the inside. No, he's definitely going wider entry, tighter exit. Oh, these guys are on another level. That's fantastic. Okay, we've got a couple of incidents that have happened since we've been following this battle. We'll just jump over and see. So this is Karim Toledano. It's coming into the second hairpin. No, it's the first hairpin. Just loses it under brakes. So easy to do. So easy to do. And the rejoin is reasonable. No one coming through. Alexei Solovalnikov is next in the McLaren GT3. Fantastic livery there, Alexei. Oh, just gets very wide. Oh, yep. There's just no grip there whatsoever. Rejoining from the grass. Fantastic. Dan Suzuki comes through. Another GTP comes through. Fantastic, Alexei. Very well done indeed. Oh. So this is Benjamin Schmidt. Oh, has a tank slapper on just going into tower. Has to take to the gravel, but no harm, no foul. Benjamin is still going strong. Last lap was a 2:06.92 for Benjamin. Seems like after he gathered it up, it's still struggling for a bit of grip there. This is the tyre warm-up now. This is all of our GTP runners dealing with the absolutely horrendous tyre warm-up. on the outlap. Basic Ollie now is actually, let's get a good graphical indication of this. Actually, it's interesting. I'm getting double indicators from every car at the moment when they enter pit lane. It's telling me they enter it and then they enter it again. And it looks to be raining there. No car in front of Ollie, and there are raindrops on the windscreen at certain corners. Let's see what this tyre warm-up is like on the wet tyre. If indeed these guys are using the wet tyre, I'm actually not sure, because I can't see that from the commentary box what tyre they're actually on. It would have to be a wet tyre based on how treacherous dry running has been this week in the GTPs on the outlap. He's coming up on a GT3 now. Up into the hairpin. Was able to get that stuck. And actually it looks very stable. It looks scarily under control for Ollie. I mean, he is a fantastic prototype driver anyway, but based on how these cars have felt this week so far, this is really impressive on an outlap in a GTP in these conditions. It says P1 on the side of Ollie's car. Unfortunately, with the pit cycles, he's shuffled back to P7. Alessandro City now is around 5.5 seconds up the road. Not sure who Ollie's flashing there. He may be flashing me in the commentary box, so thanks, Ollie. Good to see you too. Nicely done. Back onto the back straight now. Maybe he's just giving plenty of warning to the incoming slower class cars. Yep, I think that might be it, that he is coming through. What we will do now, we will take stock in the LMP2s. We're about 7 or 6.5 minutes away from the end of the timed session. We should get one extra racing lap after that timed session has completed as well. So the leader in our LMP2 class is Dennis Vicker. Dennis holds a 4.8 second lead over P2, which is Francisco Barraguete. This is Francisco here in that fantastic red, white, and black chrome look livery for the Dallara LMP2. And then another 5.5 seconds back in third position is Antoine Montigny. Gets up the inside of a GT3, going onto the backstretch. Nicely done. Plenty of space given and taken from each of them. So Montigny is rounding out the podium in the LMP2 class. We then have Florian Gorda, who we've featured a fair bit in this broadcast so far. So he's 2.5 seconds down on Antoine in P3. So Florian is, unfortunately, he was our pole sitter in LMP2 and he's down 3 positions now in P4. Oh, goes very wide at sunset. Very nicely done, Florian. Okay, P5 in the LMP2 class now is Tilman Grusa. Grusa 8.1 seconds back from Florian in P5. He's down 1 place from where he started. You can see in the background there in the pit lane, a lot of the GT3s coming in for their service now. Oh, and look ahead, those guys. Very, very tight. This looks like a great battle in the GT3 class. It is. It's Tobias Stoll, P4. Oh, okay. This is Jetzelsberger, and we've got Alex Pilbeam. So they're showing as P2 and 3 at the moment. You would imagine that's actually not the case, because they were P1 and 2 quite consistently throughout the first stint. Oh, wow, that was tight. Everyone gets through. Everyone's okay. Oh, nobody died. The LMP2 is really wanting to come through. The extra grip there is showing, but the extra pace, very hard to prove, and aerodynamic downforce will definitely pay off there. Going around the outside, nicely done, Tillman. He's now got Pilbeam ahead to conquer, and this has just allowed Alex to skip away a little bit from Corbini and Jetzelsberger. Nicely done. Tillman should just be able to sneak through. He does. Oh, has to take the grass. That is so brave from Tillman Grusa to to be willing to put it on the grass. And he's just missed the chicane. So has Jetzelsberger. Oh, that may be... I'm actually not sure if that'll be a slowdown for Corbinian or not. No, it doesn't look like it. I think he's gone out wide there just to get a bit of the toe from Pilbeam. And as we come through, yep, we've got the temporary leader in the GT3's Manuel Stolder in the pits. So Pilbeam will come through as our race leader once again. We do have Stolder in exiting the pit lane, but we will see on the left-hand side of our screen. Oh, coming through now. Oh, it's tight, actually. It's very tight. Oh, there's Pilbeam. There's the race lead. Oh, Stolder's got the lead still. Stolder's done miraculously well to get that through. He's on cold tyres, though, remember. Oh, this is brilliant stuff. Stolder is up 5 places to be in the lead, and he's in the lead after the pit cycle. This is going to be fascinating to see what kind of pace does Alex Pilbeam have compared to the outlap of Manuel Stolder. We've got an LMP2 and a GTP3 looking to get GT3. Look, oh no. Oh, Stolder sticks it around the outside. They all get through. Pilbeam is there though. Pilbeam takes back. No. Oh gosh, this is chaos, guys. This is GTP wanting to get through as well. Is that Markus Soholm? I think it is. Oh, this is I can't look. I can't even look. The leader of the GTP is coming through on... Oh, and he's done well. So Soholm gets through. Pilbeam gets through as well. So Pilbeam takes the lead back from Stolder. We then have Jetzelsberger being attacked by the GTP here of Antonio Nurkis, who was our race leader until the pit cycle with Soholm coming through. He's sneaking it up the inside there. Or the outside now, but the inside for the final corner before the straight. Gets it done very nicely. Experience showing there for Nurkis. Nicely done. Oh, Mike Rodman has had an issue in the background as we get... That is Benjamin Gilchrist coming through in the GTP there. Dan Suzuki has made his way up into P4, which is fantastic from where he started. So he's up 6 places to be in P4 at the moment. Let's just cut to just seeing what happened here to Mike Rodman. It's coming up to the hairpin. Is it just simply losing it under brakes? It is rear locking, and there's just not too much you can do at that point. This is Dennis Vika in the LMP2. Currently our race leading LMP2. Holding about a 10-second lead. That would have got his heart rate up. Dennis, you can see on the timing tower there, 10.6 seconds to the good, and he's still pushing. He's still pushing, so good to see. We are coming up now to 35 minutes completed, just ticked over. We've got Mario Lons has just had an issue in his McLaren. I think it is the same thing. Is it? It's just locking. Oh, just overshooting the corner. So easy to do. So Markus Soholm will be on his final lap now, so we don't get the white flags in the commentary box through the SDK, but you can be assured this will be the white flag lap. Markus now, after starting P11, up 10 places and has a 4-second lead overall in this one. Look at him sliding through the S's, sliding through the penultimate corner there, approaching sunset, all under control, easy as you like. Nurkis, a very comfortable 1.5 second lead over, not lead, but P2 over Benjamin Gilchrist. As we see Soholm now rounding the final corner, rounding out sunset. Oh, the LMP2 behind just twitching a little bit there. Soholm comes through to take the race win. We've got Nurkis coming in for P2. We've got Benjamin Gilchrist rounding out the podium places. Dan Suzuki should hang on to P4. Fantastic drive for Mr. Suzuki. Look at the GT3s. Oh, we got Pilbeam coming through to take it by about 2 or 3 tenths of a second from Manuel Stalder. Stalder did immense work to get back up there into P2. So just didn't factor in the battle for most of the race. We had Jetzelsberger battling hard with Pilbeam. Jetzelsberger's just flicked out of our session already. Oh boy, that was just fantastic. We will wait for race results to pop through and we'll run you through them very shortly, and then stay with us for all the crashes and chaos at the very end when we wrap this session up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have our race results up, and as you can see in the background, the sun has truly set on Sebring in Florida after this session. That was fantastic. Ended under lights, fighting all the way through from the very first second of green flag running through to the checkered flag and afterwards. That was really cool to watch. Some really awesome close racing. Always awesome. IMSA equals awesome, I have found. And the fixed session is no different in terms of excitement than the open session as well. So congratulations to you all. That was a truly awesome race. All right, so rounding out the grid here, we'll go through our results in order. We have Markus Soholm up only the 10 places that he could have been up. He started from the back of the grid, P11, and ends up winning the session by 4.2 seconds. It was clinical, traffic, slower class cars, the rest of the field battling through, clean as you like, truly underlining his status as an esports driver. He is just phenomenal. So Marcus, really, yeah, you know how awesome you are. That was really great to see. Antonio Nurkis is P2, 4.2 seconds back from Marcus. Benjamin Gilchrist from Great Britain, a further 5.7 seconds. That's not accurate. That is, that's the interval per driver. So 1.5 seconds back from Nurkis. Then got Dan Suzuki in P4. Fought back very, very well indeed. Dan was up 6 places from where he started. Got Alessandro City, who was unfortunate in a couple of occasions, comes home P6. Ollie, the start. Ollie just did not do you any favors, so unlucky there. Comes home P7. Karim Toledano is P8. And then we have the rest of the GTP runners. P9 is Melchior Perello. P10 is Bartosz Chocinovsky in P10. P11 is Koen van der Vaart. So that rounds out our GTP grid. We've got Dennis Vika won our LMP2 class by, I think it was 10 seconds in the end there. It was 13 seconds. 12.4 seconds for Dennis. So congratulations, Dennis. An awesome win for you there. You were up 4 places from where you started. Florian Gorda is P2. Antoine Motigny is P3. Tilman Grusa, P4. Francisco Barraguete is P5. Vladislav Mikolenko is P6. We then have P7 rounding out the LMP2 field, Xavi Quevedo. So that closes off LMP2s. Seemed like a really cool car to race in this session. Seemed like there were some really cool battles when they came through the GT3 field as well. Really, really good to watch from my vantage point. Hope you all enjoyed that too. GT3s, there were some epic battles, and the battle for first, second, and third is unmatched from what I've seen so far doing these broadcasts. That was insane. When Markus Soholm came through the back as well, and you had an LMP2 there in play, just absolutely unreal stuff. And the light was going down as well, so we had wet track, under lights, multi-class, so 3 different classes of car, and a battle for the GT3 lead. You guys need to be commended for that. That was epic. So Alex Pilbeam takes the win in the GT3s. Manuel Stalder takes P2, so he skipped to the front after the pit cycle, so did very good in his pit strategy and was able to really battle with Pilbeam on cold tyres as well. So that was excellent. Corbinian Jetzelsberger, so he was he wasn't our pole sitter. I had a feeling he was our pole sitter because he was up the front from the very beginning. He started P5 actually. Pilbeam was P9 and Stalder was P10. You guys just like last to first challenges, don't you? Throw qualifying out the window. That's the tactic. I like it. And it provides for awesome broadcasts, so thank you. So Jetzelsberger rounds out the podium for the GT3 class. Patrick Tasiak takes P4. We'll scroll down to the remainder of our results. Calvin Ledakers is P5, Rock Kopsa is P6, Hao Agostinho P7, Tobias Stoll P8, Junho Bay P9, Isaac Marino P10, Mike Roadman P11. Couple of spins for Roadman. Seemed like that McLaren was very tricky, very treacherous in these conditions. So props to you for keeping going and to stick with it. That's really awesome to see. After Mike, we've got Alexei Solovalnikov in P12 in the GT3s. Mario Lons also suffering a fair few spins in the hairpin P13. Ethan Hunt P14 in the Lamborghini. So Ethan, bravery, absolutely fantastic, fair play. Adam Eatwell is P15 and Felix Kotik is P16. The last runner on our grid. Sorry, I hadn't flicked through there. I was just reading off the timing charts. So that rounds off our grid. We're going to leave that there. Stay with us. And in a moment, we'll run through all of the crashes and spins and the chaos that unfolded here today. We'll see you in a sec. So Hao Agostino, this is up at T1. Is this just after the green flag? Look at the reflections on the track. My goodness. Agostino comes through. Oh, Eatwell just spins in front of him, and Agostino just waits. That's very good. So Eatwell's in the Corvette, just really taking his time, not wanting to... Oh, Adam, I loved your cautious approach, but unlucky there. I feel like there may have been more to the story there. There might have been an issue that we didn't quite see before that. This is Solovalnikov, Alexei in the McLaren. This is under pace car, is it? No. Just toes. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see what... let's go back and see what... Must be more to this story. No. Oh, I think he's on... Okay. I think Alexei may have started the race on dry tyres. And then the reason they've chosen to pit up here so soon... Yeah, look at that. As soon as there's any throttle, he just goes sideways and he knows he's not going to have a good time. Yeah, Alexei, if you're watching this in the comments, please let me know. Were you on dries and that's why you pit here? Because that's definitely what it seems like and would make a lot of sense. What happens here? We're coming into the... Oh, so close. We did see that live. Just he took to the escape road. Nothing wrong with that. It's a very good approach to avoid any issues and rejoins very nicely in front of the LMP2 field. So very great awareness there from Basic Ollie, and he lives to fight another day. This is Alessandro City coming into the hairpin as well. Way too much speed. Too much speed, just didn't retard the speed as much as he probably would have liked to, and he's the one that was off in the escape road just in front of Oliver Fennell there. Mike Roadman in the McLaren coming into the chicane in the first sector. I think we saw this one live as well, actually. Just too much speed mid-corner, and the tyres just cannot live with that at that point. This is Adam Eatwell. Oh, no, we saw this one live too. Just, nightmare. Nightmare start for Adam too, because he spun under the pace car and had just come out of the pits when this happened, and unfortunately, result was the exact same. This is Koen van der Vaart, who also had just come out of the pits, and there's just no grip. There's just no temperature in these tyres. Oh, he's done well to keep it on the road. Oh, you can just see how slippery it is. He just wants to get on power, and the car just will not handle it. All right, this is the next lap. We've got Oliver Fennell again. Oh, just not able to cope with the traction that his caddy GTP is providing him at this point of the race. This was lap 5. Just a lot of this at the moment. We've got Isaac Moreno in his McLaren coming up to the hairpin, just overshooting ever so slightly. Unfortunately, it's Basic Ollie again. We don't have better news to bring you. He's coming up to the hairpin, got 2 LMP2s in front and just overcooks it. Again, just struggling to find that braking point to arrest the speed in a more controlled manner. Takes to the escape road again. No harm, no foul. Lives to fight another day. This is Florian Gorda in the LMP2 at T1. He's got 2 GTPs on his inside. Ooh. Oh, and is this foreshadowing something that... Oh, we actually saw this live, didn't we? Yep. The GTP came through, and Gorda just potentially didn't know there was anyone on his inside, and certainly didn't know he was 3 wide there. Cut to Mike Roadman in the McLaren once again, passing another McLaren on the inside, coming up to the hairpin. And what are we going to see here? Oh, that was a nasty one. Oh. Yeah. Coming into the hairpin. Does he dip a tire? Oh, he does. He dips a tire onto the grass. Tries to avoid Roadman, but just doesn't. And Roadman, unfortunately, has to bear a big hit from behind in that one. That's very unlucky for Roadman and Moreno to dip his tires into the grass and have such consequences. This is Benjamin Gilchrist coming up to the hairpin. The hairpin really problematic for a lot of these cars at this point. This is Gilchrist just taken to the escape road, being very sensible. Missed the braking point, and he was leading at this point. So Nurkis, I think at this point, inherited the lead in there you can see him there in the blue chrome caddy. And Gilchrist just being very sensible, but did lose the lead at that point. This is Florian Gorda. Again, we're coming up to the hairpin. He's got an LMP2 ahead of him. Whee! Okay. Oh, you can see the LMP2 just in front. Missed the exit there as well. Oh, and we saw that live, didn't we? That rejoin. That was very lucky. He didn't take the McLaren out with him. Tobias Stoll coming up to the hairpin. He's got Lons and a couple of others in front. Oh, this is just the air. We saw this live too. And look at the GTP coming through. Oh boy, this is Alessandro Citi coming up to the hairpin when he's got 4 GT3s trying to navigate their way through, and his closing speed, look at this. he wants to... The track was blocked. The track was absolutely blocked. And look at him just firing, cannoning around the outside and through to clear the GT3s. Probably just wanted to be as far away from that battle as he possibly could at that point. Tilman Grusa in the LMP2 just misses the corner, comes back on safely. Gosh, there are so many incidents here, guys. Let's run through them as quickly as we can, so we're not here all day. This is Karim Toledano. Toledano at this point was doing very well. I remember this. This is on lap 12 at the hairpin. Just misses the braking point. Oh, and holds. Yeah, very nice. Very nice flick spin to not take anyone with him at the hairpin there. We've got Savalnikov in the McLaren. I think this is just after the pit cycle as well. This is lap 13, and yep, just not much grip for Savalnikov there. Now, this is quite possibly the win or the winning moment for Alex Pilbeam. So this is lap 13, approaching the end of the race. Hugs the inside for T1, and he's got Jetzelsberger there right where he wants him because he's got the inside for the next corner. This is such a well-calculated move. Gets the inside and is able to hug the curbing to not let Jetzelsberger get any opportunity to come back at him as they fire on down now towards the hairpin. So Pilbeam ended up winning our session, and this, I believe, was the winning move. This is where he took the lead away from Jetzelsberger. Obviously, we know that Manuel Stolder was coming in to join the party later on after the pit cycle, but this is where Pilbeam initially took the lead and was able to take control and I guess put destiny into his own hands at this point of the race as well. Great defending there from Jetzelsberger as well by Pilbeam to keep his mirrors really front of mind. We click over now to Karim Toledano, and this is where Pilbeam and Jetzelsberger were battling hard. Oh, and we didn't catch this one, did we? Oh, that was a big one. Let's have another look at this from a different angle. Toledano, he's P9 at this point, so it's not the end of the world, but that was Jetzelsberger who was battling for P1. Wow. Karim Toledano just got absolutely checked and sent to the Shadow Realm with that one. That was a big hit. And he lost part of his wing as well, so that would have definitely had an impact for the rest of the race. This is Hal Agostinho in the Porsche. Ooh, there's a GTP approaching. I don't like the look of this. The GTP goes for the dive. Oh, hip and shoulder, and the Porsche just loses all downforce at that very point, and now has another car in behind wanting to make his life even harder. Basic Ollie's there as well in the GTP. All right, what have we got next? We've got Mike Rodman. I think we covered this one. Yeah, we covered this one in the broadcast, and Mario Lons as well. This is Karim Toledano on the last lap, just missing the hairpin. Easy to do, as most of our runners had to deal with during the session. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will end it there. Okay, we'll end things there. That was an absolutely chaotic session. IMSA Fixed at Sebring in the wet, ending under lights. That's a mouthful to say. Imagine doing that on track, dealing with all those different conditions, keeping the car on the black stuff, and fighting for position as well. The skill levels off the charts, the competitiveness was off the charts as well. I had an absolute blast bringing that to you guys. If you've enjoyed this one, please feel free to like the video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification so you can see the next time we bring a broadcast for a random iRacing official to you. Also share this with your friends and family as well, especially those of you who are in this session. Share it around so everyone can see your brilliant racecraft and what you had to deal with in this session, because it was nothing short of treacherous. Until next time, I will hopefully bring a few more Week 1 Season 2 2025 races to you this week. Always open to suggestions on what sessions you'd like to see and what would have the best impact, be the most exciting, engaging racing for you guys to watch. I've heard that a lot of you watch this in the background, which is absolutely great and fine by me. Watch this in the background, have some racing on during your day or night. It's something I do in my personal time as well, my downtime. But I have had an absolute blast. I'm going to log off now. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, keep racing hard, and we'll see you soon. F1 game.